So we will be discussing the lungs. As you can see here, they are separate. There is a right lung and a left lung, and that's because of the heart, which is kind of in the middle of the two lungs there. And I'll show you here, the right lung has just a slight curve on the inside of it, because the heart is, to the left of the right lung there. And the heart's about as big as your hand if you make a fist. And it's not directly in the middle, actually. It's a little slightly to the left is where your heart actually is. As you can see there, it's a little bit to the left more. So with that being pushed to the left, that would make the left lung a little bit more concave than the right one. It kind of fits, the heart kind of fits right inside there on the inner part of it. Now the right lung has 3 different sections. If you're a smoker, then the bottom section here kind of depletes, and it'll get less and less the more you smoke. So I just wanted to show you that. And the left side, the left lung actually has 2 parts, and that's partially because the heart takes up a space of the lung, so it's not the same size. So when you breathe in, the air travels down a little tube down your throat there. And then once it gets down your throat, it separates through and travels to your lungs. And then your lungs then have, different stems on them, similar to a tree, how a tree has roots at the bottom. Your lung, also, they have different stems that kind of play as, roots within them. So you see here, this is kind of what it would look like. So imagine when you're, if you watch the lungs and watch when you're breathing, you can see the airway, you can see where the air travels and exchanges through the different stems. So, and they both, when you breathe, they both fill up and travel through the little stems. And then they go to the end, and they have different sections within at the end of each stem. And those sections is where the air, it's with the blood cells, it's like a cluster of them at the end of the stem there. And so the air travels through there and it gets bigger and bigger. And so when you exhale, it comes back out through those tubes and then out of your mouth that way. So in, it goes in and it expands, and then it reaches the ends, and then when you exhale out, it travels back outwards. So it's kind of like an exchanging of, the process is an exchange. You circulate air in, it goes through the lungs, through your different stems, and then it travels back outwards, and it's the forever expansion of the lungs because they're filling with air. However, if you smoke, when the air goes in, that part of your lung doesn't expand as much, and you can't exchange that air the same way. So you need more exchange, more effort in order for that to be able to breathe, and it's hard because it kind of it's hard, it increases, but it's not always that often that it can travel. But the healthier you are, the more it'll expand and the easier it will be to breathe.